Hey guys, this is Malvar TC1, coming at you with the top 5 classes that should be in Mobius Final Fantasy. First, let's start off with number 5, the Chemist. The Chemist would have a plethora of status effects. Imagine Blind, Silence, Stona on all your opponents. That would be fantastic, having just that ability to cause debuffs and status effects all the time. Wow. Being able to also have a particular advantage by using all the elements, that would be something that would also be great. However, also being trailed back by defense and power. So in order to make up for that, the Chemist would possibly have storing, being able to store up his attacks so that it is unleashed in a higher, brutal offensive when he finally does it. Next, moving on, we have the Pilot. Everyone knows and loves Cid. Cid has been in Final Fantasy since the beginning. Cid is usually attached to the role or class of Pilot or Cannoneer or something along those lines. The Pilot would have the limit break of calling on an airship for the battle, doing a barrage across the entire field. Imagine an airship flying across as the limit break and blowing your enemies out of the water or out of the land or wherever they're at. That would be a fantastic ranger class. It would be more defensive, more held back, more stronger attacks but slower speed. It could be higher crits as well because of those stored attacks. Moving on, we have the Blue Mage. The Blue Mage is needed in Final Fantasy. You can't have all the mages without the Blue Mage. Having a range of abilities from weird to the insane to the upright amazing. The Blue Mage has the highest range of all types of abilities to be used. It could also be a hybrid class, a little bit warrior, a little bit mage, such as Kamari and Quistis, a little bit of both. The card drops would be probably the best part of being the Blue Mage. It would probably have a higher drop rate of cards since Blue Mages are known for taking the abilities or adapting or adhering the abilities of their opponents. So the card drop rates would be draw you into having this character. Next on the list, the Summoner. I know what you're thinking. Everyone can summon everything in Mobius Final Fantasy. Yes, that's true. That's very true. However, the Summoner would be mostly a visual skin, being able to actually see the graphics of these cards to their full potential. For example, being able to see Ifrit actually come onto the battlefield and do an attack of fire, or see Shiva come onto the battlefield and do an attack of ice. That would be one of the effects of having the Summoner. Also, the limit break could be very well random. Since everything can be summoned in the game, the Summoner would have a random chance of summoning anything into the battlefield, whether it's Bahamut or whether it's Cactuar. It could be anything that is available among all cards. Finally on the list, the Sharpshooter. Oh my goodness, we need the Sharpshooter. The Sharpshooter would be a fantastic ranger class. It would be able to use multiple ammunitions. So you could switch up your ammunition by either having fast-paced attacks for one type of battle or slow, clunkier, more damage-based attacks for another battle, and being able to use things like sniping or scatter shots in order to affect your gameplay in the ways that you see in the upcoming boss battles. The Sharpshooter would have also a high evasiveness, because Sharpshooters are known in Final Fantasy of usually being in the background, usually being out of the way of the fight, so the enemies would have a lot harder time of hitting them if they were in the background. Any of these costumes or classes would be fantastic additions to Mobius Final Fantasy, whether it's the Sharpshooter looking like Irvine or Balthier, the Summoner looking like Yuna or Rydia. I know, as the Warrior of Light Blank, that would be quite the costume, but they do have lightning, so it can be done. Having the Blue Mage to look like Kamari or Quistis, or even just the Blue Mage normal class. Having the character look like Cid, oh my goodness, can you imagine having the goggles and looking like an old man? That would be a fantastic costume. And then finally the Chemist, looking like a chemist to the left, or even like Riku, having a costume of some sort, much like lightning. Only that would be really effeminate. So we'll have to see if they do that and what they do with it. What are the classes that you're looking forward to for Mobius Final Fantasy? And what would you like to see? Please comment in the section below on what you would like to see and why. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. This has been Malabar TC1. Enjoy!